This is part 2 of the reminders videos. In this video, what we're going to do is cover how you can attach reminder items or groups to a vehicle. I'm going to show you all the little different features that are in there that you can use to customize them. And then also at the end of the video, we're going to go into the reporting and I'll show you a couple reports that you can utilize to track any of these reminder items on. So first of all, you can always add a reminder item or group at almost any point in here. If you have a work order started, you can actually open the work order. And then you can go up to the top here where it has reminder items in the top ribbon. And then you can see what items are already on. You can use the action button and you can add whatever reminder items or groups that you want. So I can search for a specific item if I want. I can just click search. It just pulls everything, includes all my groups and the individual items. And then to add them, I would just simply click on the item or group, hit OK. I can pick an interval here if I like, and that adds it to the work order. So here I've actually attached it to this vehicle is what I did in the work order. And again, the first thing this system is going to do is it's going to look and see, have we actually performed this cabin air filter service? You notice I'm doing it every 12 months or 20,000 miles or kilometers. It will immediately let me know the last time it was serviced and the next time it would be due. You notice there's an orange flag here. This orange flag is letting you know we don't have a record of it. Okay. And then you'll see the oil change and the tire rotation jobs, the dates, and you'll see the little green flags saying that they're not due yet. So you can add them in a work order. And we're going to come back to these little features here in a little bit. I can also add them as I'm writing the work order. So if I go up here and just write a standard work order, and I go pull up a customer here and pick their vehicle, I can right click on it, do an edit, and I can actually go to the reminders here in the vehicle card, and I can add whatever I wish. So I go down to the bottom left, I hit add. I can search for a specific item. I might say, well, hey, I want to track this group of items. I click, hit OK. Again, I can pick my intervals, hit OK. And see, now it's immediately going to drop the reminder items on. And again, it's going to, first thing it's going to do is look at history. So it's going to look to see if any of those triggers have been hit. Now, if I want to change an interval at any time, I just click on it, the item. I go down to edit, and then I can change the interval. So again, customizable per service item, per customer. Now, what if I don't want it on here? At this point, I can also put it on as I'm writing the work order. So if I just double click, let's keep going with the work order here. Let's just say we're going to do a, I don't know, let's say oil change. I'm going to hit next. Again, this is just let me know we had deferred work. So at this point here, again, here's my reminder items, and it'll actually come up with the default. So if I go over here and hit add, again, I can search, I can add whatever I like. There will be a separate window here showing the default, and we'll come back to that in just a little bit. But again, I can still customize this layout here as I'm writing the ticket. See, I have my last mileage and my current. Let's say my current mileage is at 80,000. I hit next. Service advisor, there it is. And now when I look at my reminders, see today we're doing an oil change. There's the current mileage. There's the next time it's due based off of my interval. So you notice this cabin air filter, there is no feature here saying that, A, it's been serviced. In other words, there's no record, no history. That's why you have the orange flag here. So what if this customer had changed that cabin air filter themselves and you want to document in the system that it was performed? Well, you can do that. You just highlight it, go to action, and you're going to remedy. So basically, you're just telling the system the service was performed, but not by you. It's the exact same thing as in the deferred work when you remedy the deferred work. You're just going to go put an approximate date in. Maybe you went and had it done a couple months ago. You can put a mileage, put a little note, they did it themselves, or they went somewhere else. Highlight the trigger. This is the trigger from the system, and hit OK. And it'll tell you, see, it's been manually entered. So now I know last time it was done, next time it's due, based off of my interval. Again, if I want to change an interval on something, click, action, edit. I can change this interval, whatever I like. Maybe I want to do it every 8 months. Hit OK. There we go. And there's the next time it's due. If you happen to have a reminder item on here that you do not want to track, let's say I put a big group on here, I can go in, highlight, hit the action, and I can delete it right off here. See, I won't track it anymore. Now, when I'm in a work order and I'm done with something, I just hit cancel. And now that'll save it. If I go click again, see, now it's all saved. And let's just save and close this work order. So let's go see if we can find one that does not have a group on it. Okay, so we're going to start another work order. And let's try this guy here. A Dodge Ram. I'm going to edit. Okay, so nothing's being tracked on this one. So this is totally empty. Okay, so we're going to start a work order. And we'll just say it came in for battery checkup or something. Battery concern. Maybe it's going dead. Do a battery test. I'm going to hit next. Next. So whenever you start a work order, again, and if there is no reminders attached whatsoever, then this screen is going to pop up with your default. So that's from the location settings. So do I have to use it? No, I can open the drop down and I can still change to whatever I want. But that will include all these items in that group. Then to add this, all you have to do is go down to the bottom and hit assign to this vehicle. And see, again, immediately it starts looking in the past and it's looking for triggers. And that's what you see here. So what if this customer wants to get his cabin air filter done once a year? He doesn't care about mileage. Well, click it, action, edit, get rid of the usage, and just track it by time. That's all you got to do. Makes it really easy. All right, let's go put some current mileage in here. Let's say it's got 125,000. Hit next. And we're going to hit finish. And now we have a work order. And again, I can go back up to my reminders here. See what I have. Periodically, and you won't see this right off the bat until you've been doing this for a little while. You will see in here, sometimes you're going to see like a little asterisk on these lines. What the system is trying to do is it's trying to use the usage. In other words, it tracks your mileage in between every service in the history of that vehicle. So it's trying to calculate, how many miles are driving in between services on average for you. So if you see that asterisk here, that's what that means. So as soon as I invoice this, then the reminder trigger will be set, and then boom, it'll go ahead and tell the system the next time that item is due. We'll save and close this. So as time goes by, you start to get more and more vehicles in, and you start adding these reminders and customizing them to that specific vehicle and customer. It'll be much, much easier to let people know the next time a service is due or what's due now. If we go in and let's go post one out. So let's see what we have on this one here. So you'll notice I got an oil change, tire rotation, cabin filter on this one here. So when I go to post, see, I have the appointment set up to where to automatically try to book the next appointment. Here it's letting me know cabin filter is overdue, and here's when the oil and filter service is due next. So again, I'm trying to get that customer to book that next appointment in based off my reminders. And again, you can always go down here and edit if you need to. See, I can open this up and edit at any time. If I need to go edit an interval or mileage or something like that. Or I can even add something new. I can do that too. So if I hit next, then it's going to try to make that appointment, see. How do they pay? And it's going to schedule the next appointment. That's exactly how the reminders are going to work for you. So as I put these on more and more vehicles, I want to go back and look at what I've done, what's coming up. So I go off my home ribbon over to reports. Under all reports, CRM, service reminder due list, and service reminder or item reminder mailer. So on this due, you just double click. You can look for a specific one, like, hey, I'm looking for air filter, I'm looking for oil change, whatever it is, just by title. You can look at city, state, or province. Sources, this is your marketing source, zip codes, service items. This is my location. I can go by different categories. But if I want to go track them, I can hit execute. See, it's going to show all the reminders by customer. You can also see it by what vehicle it is, what reminder is coming up, and the next due dates. what their usage is, and their last service. So it can be a pretty useful tool in trying to get in, extra business or just tracking. And again, you can filter this down or, use your column chooser to narrow this report down to whatever you want. And then there's a mailer list here. That you can use for mailing. Or maybe just make phone calls. And that is the reminders and how they work.